Hello, good morning. This is Dr. Sung-Hun Lee, and this video is for the IRC-Bende file processing. So the first thing you want to do is you open the long sound file for your Bende file. So you click on the long sound file and open it. And then once you open it, you will see the long sound file being entered here. And after that, you can open it again and read file and open the text grid. So the same named text grid and the long sound file will be open. After that, and then if you look at the sound file, then you will have this kind of annotated file that you've seen before. And after that, what you need to do is go to Praat and open a Praat script that we have. And in your folder, you will see a Praat script that says to label from text file. So you open it. And once you open it, what you will see is this kind of screen that has lots of things in it. So you don't have to think about it at this point, but click run, and then you run it. Then once you run it, it will show the first dialog box says file name will be labels.txt. And in fact, the folder where your sound files are also the text grid, or I mean like where the Praat script is, there's also a labels.txt file. So that's good. And after that, it says tier 1. And we only, if you look at the sound file, there's only one tier, so you're good to go. And then you just apply. Make sure that overwrite is clicked, and then you hit apply for the labels. So good. Up to here, what we did is we opened the long sound file and we applied the text, opened the text grid. Then we opened the Praat script and learn that the Praat script will use the labels.txt file to annotate or add the lines in the labels.txt into these intervals that are empty. So the line.txt, labels.txt file looks something like this. So what we can see is they are Bende and they are Mutwe, Mutwe, Mitwe, Mitwe, and things like this. So what it means is once you run this file, I created a little dummy spot here called Bende. So Bende will enter here. And then after that, you will hear Mutwe, Mutwe, Mitwe, and let's try to hear it.
Mutwe.
So Mutwe.
Mitwe.
So this is correct, right? So we can see that that's this is done because they're always most of the time they're repeated twice, so you can play just every other ones just to check whether they are right.
Nimito.
It sounds a little bit different, but
Nimitwe. Nimito.
So where do we get this labels.txt from? We are getting it from this line here, this column here called Bende. So Mutwe, Mutwe, Mitwe, Mitwe, Nimutwe, Nimutwe, Nimitwe, Nimitwe. But then afterwards, our list says somehow we have the form Ye Mitwe, Mutwe, but really the person says something else. So don't try to change this, but what you do is you just click, select those two cells and use maybe the yellow color, the lightest yellow color, to mark that these two words are different from what is being pronounced. In most cases, it will be the same, but especially the demonstrative cases might be different. So if you look down the list, what you would also see is there's this line that are suddenly empty in terms of the other columns, but suddenly starts here. The reason for that is I had to add this because it was not in the list. So to do that, you just insert two lines and then add this information. In my case, I knew what it was, so I added it like this. So in this case, because it's just an addition, the fact that the front part here is empty suggests that this was an addition. And if you feel comfortable adding this other information, which is usually a variation of the demonstrative and noun here, and singular will be always singular, and the Swahili word will also be the same. So you can just add it, and this will be an addition. So then we are going back to the label. So let's say, oh, I added these two things. So after that, what you do is you select the whole I column. The I column is selected, and you make copies. And then you select the whole labels the text. This is used Control-A on Windows or Command-A on Windows, on Mac. So you can see here that everything is selected. And then you do Control-V or Command-V on Mac, Control-V on Windows, Command-V on Mac, and then you just add it like this. Make sure always the last line is starts with an empty, like the cursor is on the empty line, not on at the end of the previous word. So that's what you can do, and then you can even save this using Control-S or Command-S. So your task would be now checking these sound file like this. So if there's the same, you can just move forward. Like this. And I will create, as you can see here in the Excel file, for each person, there is a tab that I created that will start with the file that begins. What I just used as an illustration is the files of Kiara. And I'm also creating one that's for Chris and one for Sayaka. So you can start your files. And the initial file that you will be receiving will have this toriaizu. They are basically filled, but you will need to go through the list and make sure that everything is right. So I hope this explains how things work in terms of the workflow. And if you have any question, make sure just to ask me via Slack. So good. Thank you. Happy holidays.